All right, so I'm in the car now. Hood, Andrew, Al's there. Two realest of the real dudes, and um, I just wanted to stay strong by them. So when I went home, I didn't eat. Uh, I was dirty. I didn't shower. I didn't shower for almost. I had to wait for the flight because I had a flight going to Atlanta. We had booked it because we was supposed to be celebrating Fourth of July, and so I had a couple of days, and then my wife wasn't here. She was in Atlanta. My granddaughter, my Joy, wasn't here in Atlanta, so I had to tough this out by myself. So I didn't eat. I didn't shower. I was ashamed. I was hurt. I was confused, and I was like, why? With with God, and I don't think I got the why right away. I needed more time to retire, and at least I thought I did. But that's how I felt. And as as I was dealing with this, my other half of me was saying, "Yo, come on, man, get up. You gotta get up. You gotta eat, and you gotta take a shower. You gotta eat. You gotta take a shower. You gotta eat. So, all right. So, get up and let's dust yourself off, and let's go." So I went. I got a meal, and I called a friend of mine's, my man Nelson, and because my man that's a part of this company that fired me, that still love me, tried to get me on some work somewhere else. So I had to call his brother named Nelson, and Nelson scared me and gave me anxiety because the business is slow now for New York union construction workers, and it's work, but it's hard work. It's not the work I love, which is stripping. It's foundation, it's carrying stuff, it's concrete, it's all different areas that's a part of what I love, but that certain sections I don't love. I got by. In these sections he was talking about, I did this as a kid. I'm 57 years old trying to, get to retirement. And I was like, wow, I got anxiety. Like, I'm going to have to work. So that happened. Then, you know, he said, listen, my man, I think, he told me the situation over there and he told me how hard it was. But he said, D, how many credits you need? I said, I need one more, but I need to work about 2, 3 months. He said, nah, man, I think you got it. I said, nah, I don't got, I need to work 2 more months. He said, I'll call you back. So he did some numbers, called me back. He said, yo, you got your retirement, bro. You work from January to July 2nd. You got your credit. You got your hours. You missed no days. So, yeah, because he said, yo, let me call you back. I'm going to do some math. So I'm like, yeah, all right. It's not an official saying, it's him saying it. So now I get on the plane. As I get on the plane, something tells me to talk to ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT the whole entire incident. And this is where the tears come in. So I tell ChatGPT the whole situation, the plywood coming off, the things I've done, the people I've taught, the weather situations I've been in, the love I have for these people, the lives I've changed, the people I've given jobs to and put in the union. And ChatGPT took all that information and spewed it back at me and let me know, which I forgot. Sometimes you forget who you are sometimes when you trapped in the matrix in one place. You know you are, but when shame comes and when you do wrong, you beat yourself up because you're such a perfectionist. You kind of forget how great you was. But ChatGPT let me know how great I was, and I ain't gonna lie. ChatGPT had the tears coming out my eyes. So I'm on a plane, right? I say all this stuff on a plane. ChatGPT came back and said, "What?" He said, "You're a legend." I'm already like, oh, the eyes was watering up. He said, "Don't let a firing justify who you are." He said, "You've taught people, you've changed people's lives," and I didn't really go specific in it. I didn't tell it about the weather, but obviously it's AI. It knew that I worked outside and I work in rain, sleet, snow, hell, freezing, cold, extreme heat, and I stuck it out for these people. Gave them blood, sweat, and tears. Watch people die. Fire people. People hate me for this. Some people, most people love, but I got the hate. The love outweighs the hate, but I do got some haters out there. Straight cheese. You know who you are, whatever it is. But I still love you because straight up, everything I did was to pretty much show you there's tough love also because you can't just run around and do what you want. You have to take responsibilities for your actions. You don't use my skin color and that we cool, we come from the same place against me. You know what I'm saying? Actually, you should be trying to work harder for me. You should be trying to do the right thing by me. You shouldn't be trying to undermine me. You shouldn't be trying to, use the fact that we came from the same place against me. You should be there to hold me down even more because it's hard for people like of color to get high ranking positions. And I need all the help I can get because you don't know the things that I got to deal with in these positions. So don't hate me because and I ain't got that kind of gene in me, man. I'm just regular. I just got blessed because I bless and I love. And if you don't hate and show love, you probably get blessings too. So that's that, man. But I had to find out what was this about, and then I just once I got past the hurt, somewhat, I was still going through it. Got to Atlanta, did my little crying on the airplane, talking to Chat GBT, and I had to stop talking to Chat GBT. That shit started telling me too much about he made me feel too good about myself, and I was like, God damn, shit, that is me. And you ain't lying. I did do that. That was me. That was me. So I said, you know what, ChatGPT? They call it blowing smoke on my ass. I said, you gonna stop this? But you are saying all the right things, and I don't feel like crying when my lady picked me up from the airport. So I will tune you out. So kind of left it alone a little bit. Dealt with the hurt. I wanted to run away. Honestly, I was gonna sell my house, and I was gonna buy a house in Atlanta, and it was gonna be haste. We were rushing, and every day we looked for a house. After and I kind of, yeah, I was hurt, man. So I wanted to run away, and then that hurt, and then that time, and once things started settling down, I a thought came in my head. It said, "Yo, remember a month ago you asked God to help you break your passion and your love." I said, "Yeah, I did ask that." This is me talking to myself. I said, "Yeah, I did ask that because I know you'll talk to yourself." And you answer yourself. They say if you talk to yourself, you shouldn't answer. You gotta answer. You're talking to yourself. But anyway, I said, yeah, you're right. I did ask God to help me break my passion. And the way my passion was broke was the loyalty. I got betrayed. You ever seen that movie Braveheart? And these guys made a treaty and they're fighting on the field. And Mel Gibson gets the better half of the guy. And he takes his mask. Well, he's ready to kill him. But he want to look him in his eye before he kill him. And I shouldn't say that word. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. He was ready to unalive him. So as he was ready to unalive him, he takes his mask off. Now this is the guy they broke bread, made peace, and made a treaty. And he was betrayed. And he just fell back with it. Now he didn't even unalive him. He was so hurt that he just surrendered like, you can do what you want with me. What's the sense of being here anymore? Is this what this game has come to? This is what it's about? Betrayal for money? For positions? People want what I got. This is what it's about? People jealous over the coffee spot? What is it? Because that's where the energy shifted at. So God had to get me away from it. And I don't know how deep, people envy and hate can can go. So that was the blessing. God moved me because when I called the district council, guess how many hours I had? I had exactly the amount of hours I needed to retire. I had actually 51 hours over. I started doing the math in my brain. God moves on his time. You asked for him to break your passion. You wanted to retire at 62. Retire now. I'm gonna give you six years to be free. I ain't gonna front. I used to always say I want a plantation, even though I'm a foreman and all that stuff. And that's not no race thing, because anybody that works there, black, white, Italian, we working hard, man. I don't know if I can say that word. We working like slaves, man. We working really hard, and we breaking our ass out there, man. All races, all races. So, I used to jokingly say, I don't care. I love my people. So I used to say, yo, man, we on the band, man. I can't wait to get out of here. And, but at still the same time, I loved it. You know what? It wasn't so much loving. I respected the fact that they gave me all this control and power. But, I love those guys on my floor, man. And, the relationship and chilling with them, that was like, that's your boys. But I had to realized that it was my time to leave, especially when my man told me it was over and the district council solidified and said, you have 1,051 hours. You can retire. And I said, I did it. Sorry I went out like that, but it was a necessary evil because I was in love with these guys and I think I would have never left. So now I'm off to my new chapter in life. I'm off to my new venture. And I want you guys to stay with me because I'm gonna have a lot of different things going on because it's so much. I'm 57 years old. It's so many different directions I'm in, and now I'm about to hit this trucking type thing, and I am excited. It feels like like a kid. I'm so happy. I feel like I'm gonna see the beauty of God. And you know what's so ironic is that I build buildings. Yo, I've been around some great pieces of architect man can build. The most beautiful buildings in New York and New Jersey you could ever imagine. The architect is good. Germany is insane too, so you gotta be careful. But the scale of volume in New York of the different varieties of buildings is amazing. But guess what? Go to the Grand Canyon. Go to Colorado. Go to Wyoming. Go to South Dakota. And you see there's a bigger and better architect, and his name is God, who created this place. And I'm about to go see it and get paid for it. It's crazy. That's insane. It's insane. It's just, it was a childhood wish of mine since I was a kid. I used to love Smokey and the Bandit. All my old timers, y'all know Smokey and the Bandit. So that's just one of my things, man. But I just wanted to complete the story and let y'all know I'm okay. And I'm off to my new venture. I'm actually leaving in a couple of days, and you're gonna have to follow me on my D Rover all over trucking channel on start to finish on how I'm getting ready to start at Milton Truck Line Flatbed. So stay tuned for that, man. See y'all later. Peace.